Tonight, Fox 45 News is following renewed concerns about former Iowa Superintendent Ian Roberts, who recently stepped down as head of Iowa's largest school system after ICE arrested him.
Now, he has ties to Maryland, and we're now learning he falsified a doctorate degree from a university in Baltimore.
Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor joins us live right now with an update. Rebecca.
Yeah, Maxine and Kai, not only is Roberts accused of lying about his citizenship, he's now being accused of fabricating his academic credentials. On a 2023 job application that was obtained by the Associated Press, Roberts falsely claims to have earned a doctorate in urban educational leadership from Morgan State University. Today, the university confirming he started but never completed that program. Now, despite uncovering this discrepancy themselves, the Des Moines School Board still chose to hire him to lead the district, which serves about 30,000 students. The board has since revoked his license, noting he is not legally eligible to work in the U.S. Yesterday, board members addressing how he slipped through the cracks in the first place.
We can tell you that on his I-9, he stated he was a citizen, and he provided 2 forms of verification, a driver's license and a social security card. As is typical in other organizations, this is what employers ask of their employees.
Roberts also spent about 8 years working for Baltimore City Schools. Fox 45 sent questions to the school system asking if he was legally eligible to work here in Maryland, but BCPS claims that his employment falls outside of their records retention period.
And Rebecca, we're shifting beyond the classroom now. State records suggest that Roberts is listed as an active voter in Maryland despite his immigration status, and now Republican lawmakers are pressing the Board of Elections for answers.
Maxine, that's right. And their key question tonight is if this happened once, what's preventing it from happening again?
Ian Roberts, accused of illegally living, working, and potentially registering to vote in Maryland. His name, birthday, and address appearing on the state's public voter rolls, listed as an active Democratic voter. In a lengthy statement, State Administrator of Elections Jared DeMarinis saying records show no voting history for the individual, though he wouldn't confirm whether Roberts is or was registered. DeMarinis going on to say unintentionally registering through an automatic voter registration agency, such as the MVA, isn't against the law.
He might have never voted, but still being on the voter rolls is concerning, because if it's happened with this guy, how do you know it hasn't happened 1,000 other times?
Questioning the integrity of Maryland's elections, tonight, Maryland's Freedom Caucus pressing for answers. In a letter to the State Board of Elections, lawmakers asking, how can someone be unintentionally registered, and how often does it happen? How does the MVA register people without verifying eligibility like citizenship? Why was Roberts retained as an active voter despite never casting a ballot? And will this case be investigated and the findings released?
All we're asking is very reasonable questions that the Board of Elections should comply with.
Caucus member Delegate Matt Morgan noting this comes as the state is declining to turn over its voter registration data to the DOJ. The federal government requesting the data after a state audit, finding up to 2,400 deceased and more than 300 duplicate registrations. In a letter to the DOJ, DeMarinis demanding to first know if the information, quote, will be used for enforcement of immigration laws against Maryland residents.
Most states' voter rolls are about 75 to 77% of their total population. Maryland is at 98%. So that is extraordinarily high. This is the reason why the DOJ has questions and concerns about it. And look, I think all people, Republican, Democrat, unaffiliated voters, all Maryland want safe and secure elections.
The Freedom Caucus giving the board a week to respond to them and the DOJ before threatening to take matters into their own hands next session.
I think this is probably kind of a tip of iceberg type thing, and we'll go from here.
Now, the caucus says that they are considering legislation requiring a top-to-bottom audit of Maryland's voter rolls and requiring Maryland voters to show up to the polls with their IDs. Reporting live in Baltimore City, Rebecca Pryor, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.